Are there Chaos Sisters of Battle?
Yes. However, the Imperium is trying to keep that on the down low because the sisters are basically the might of the ecclesiarchy. So if you see one of these holy warrior women that have been corrupted, that's not a very good sign.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of you horn dogs are probably thinking like, ooh, I would want to see a Slaneshi, a Sister of Battle. And yes, that does happen, but I think the most common one that we see in the lore is Khorne.
If you want to do like a Sister of Battle kill team, that would be amazing.
I think the coolest one would be Nurgle. Like, imagine like a pregnant Sister of Battle who spews out Nurglings.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
With like the bloated stomach and like the cracked armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing about Chaos Sisters Battle. It's either super gross or super triple X rated. What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here, once again joined with
Gersh1.
And we're back at it answering more questions from you guys in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. Also, we want to say a special thank you to all of our subscribers who jumped over from the One Mind Syndicate page to over here. We really appreciate you guys coming over and just checking out the Greater Wog channel. And to give thanks to you guys, we are doing a subscriber appreciation giveaway. How could they win?
It's very easy. First of all, you got to be a subscriber and you have to comment down below. However, YouTube does that one thing where if you spam or you comment over and over again, you'll be shadow banned. So be sure to comment once, maybe twice, and you might be able to win. None other than...
Boom, a piranha. Our last episode, we gave away the Mega Knobs. And since this is the Greater Wog, we wanted to do a Tau giveaway. And a brand new piranha is what you would get. I don't know if there's new models or anything, but this one's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't think the piranha's been updated. Still, Tau like to be fast, and that's one way to do it.
Piranhas. Whenever I say piranhas, it reminds me of the Tarzan movie when the elephant goes, piranhas, and everybody screams, piranhas, and then, yeah. So this question comes from Alan Bach. We kind of talked about it in the other episode, but we want to revisit it because it's a really good topic. What's the best Chaos Sister of Battle story you've heard? So in other words, are there Chaos Sisters of Battle?
Yes. However, the Imperium is trying to keep that on the down low because the sisters are basically the might of the ecclesiarchy. They are representatives of the emperor himself. So if you see one of these holy warrior women that have been corrupted, that's not a very good sign that the emperor is there to protect.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of you horn dogs are probably thinking like, ooh, I would want to see a Slaneshi, a Sister of Battle. And yes, that does happen, but I think the most common one that we see in the lore and within the tabletop is Khorne. Khorne usually corrupts the Sisters of Battle because they're warriors, and that's their whole point. I think the latest kill team that kind of has the priesthood fighting the coronet worshiper dudes. I don't know if did they show all the models.
I think they don't show them all in the trailer, but you have like the Warhammer community article pages that do showcase them all.
I think it'd be really awesome, and you guys will probably know before we do because we're filming this in the past, but it would be awesome to have like at least one Sister of Battle mini that's like corrupted, and it is a Khorne box, so it would be really cool to have that juxtapose of like not only do you get a Sister of Battle, a fighter of the Ministorum and the ecclesiarchy on one side, but you also get a Chaos one. That'd be so cool. Will GW do it? Who knows?
Yeah, and one of the things about making Chaos Sister like kit bashes is that Sisters of Battle are a sculpt that's a lot smaller than that of like normal Chaos Marines.
Yeah.
So it's harder to find bits from Chaos that'll work on the smaller scale of the Sisters.
Yeah.
However, it can be done. You just got to work a little bit harder, get a little bit more green stuff. But yeah, if you want to do like a Sister of Battle kill team, that would be amazing. Just have all the Chaos gods represented. Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Slanesh, maybe even some... I was going to say maybe like Vastor.
Yeah, like mechanized.
Mechanized, yeah. Undivided as well. So you could go full on one of each type of Chaos represented on the battlefield.
For a kill team. Games Workshop, do it. I think the coolest one would be Nurgle. Like, imagine like a pregnant sister of battle who spews out Nurglings
Yeah, that'd be nice.
with like the bloated stomach and like the cracked armor and stuff like that. I've seen fan art, but it's 18 and over.
Yeah, that's the thing about Chaos Sisters Battle. It's either super gross or super triple X rated.
We have on the One Mind Syndicate page we have a couple of shorts talking about Chaos Sisters of Battle that the Sound Alchemist did, and when I was looking for artwork, I put some artwork that was kind of risky to see like, oh, what happens? It got banned.
Yeah.
So we might I think I reposted with like better images and stuff like that, or more appropriate images. But if you guys want to get the X-rated one, go to TikTok, because TikTok doesn't give a fuck. Them Chinese, boy. But yeah. Thank you for that question. Let's keep going. This question comes from...
I got one from Captain Nemo.
Okay.
For the next giveaway, can it be that booty?
No. We tried doing an OnlyFans and you guys weren't supporting it. So support us on Patreon. If you do, it's just $1. You don't get this booty, but you do get the joy of knowing that maybe someday we'll bring back those episodes. And by that I mean, yeah, there's episodes. There's X-rated episodes of the Greater Wog. Next question.
This one is by Denny FNAF. We know the Orks is best, but why? So I was going to say the Orks are a threat to the entire galaxy, not just the Imperium. Like, a lot of times the Orks may come off as a little bit goofy, or like they just have like really unorthodox and like silly types of units or types of tactics. Mm-hmm. But like when you look at it, they are a big threat to the Imperium, almost akin to that of the Tyranids.
Yeah. I think that the green skin menace is like biologically engineered to be the best. They're supposed to be here forever until the end of the galaxy, just because they're so adaptable. And it's almost like, I always think of gnats. Like when you go outside, they're pesky, they're annoying, they're everywhere. But only if the gnats, instead of just like being annoying and buzzing around you, they would like beat the shit out of you and make you like feel sad and scared.
And that's like the thing with the Orks. Like they're that much of a threat. There's that many of them. And if you manage to take one down, they release spores. So you're just increasing the future Ork population.
Yeah. So Orks are definitely the best. And no, I'm not biased because I play Orks. I haven't played Orks in forever. So next question. I have one from Sablum or Sablemum. Yeah. If you were to ask High Marshal Helbrick, it's the Orks. You're saying what's the biggest? Who's the biggest threat, Orks or Tyranids? I think it is really interesting how you look at certain factions and they have like an animosity towards a certain other faction more so than other ones. I've noticed that with Space Marine chapters. So if you're homebrewing, one of the key features of homebrewing is designating an arch enemy to your chapter. Black Templars have their zealotry, so it's like chaos, but then at the same time, Orks.
Yes. And it's cool because you could add more type of like terrain or trophies representing that feud that you guys have with either the Xenos or any other type of enemy for them.
There was this really cool, I think it's a kit that GW produced, but there was a unit that fought during the Leviathan, not the Leviathan. Which one was the first Tyranid attack? Or
I think it might be Leviathan.
Or Behemoth but either way, so they fought so much, they got so good at killing Tyranids that they started like putting on trophies of the different Tyranids. Almost like the Indomitus box came with that exclusive, was it Indomitus? No, that was Leviathan. The Leviathan box came out with this exclusive, I think it was a lieutenant. He's like running and he has like a shoulder plate with the skull of a Tyranid kind of thing. But yeah, make certain factions arch enemies of other factions. It really adds fluff to it.
Yeah, I think the unit itself was called the Tyrannic War Veterans.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see. And we have a 40 Facts video on them, I think, so check it out.
Yeah.
Next question.
This one comes from L Train. Who do you think will win between the Tyranids and the Orks that are in the Octarius sector?
So that's a good. We bring it up a lot because it's a piece of lore that has changed throughout the years. In the past, it was solely just two xenofactions fighting, but then Games Workshop showed up and was like, "Well, we can't have that. Humans need to be part of this in order to sell." And that's when they got the Death Corps of Krieg.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, the box with the Death Corps of Krieg versus the Commandos, that is Octarius or Octavius, whatever it's called. But within that fight, ultimately, I think the Imperium will prevail.
Of course. I mean, because why wouldn't it?
In an actual like scenario where you just leave those two factions fighting, the Orks, I think would have probably lost because they got pushed back to like their main planet. The Tyranids were about to consume them, and then Godschool Magork Thraka showed up with giant rocks that he can teleport onto the land so less orcs die. And that basically rescued the orcs that were already fighting there, and it just prolonged the conflict. But ultimately, I think the Tyranids were going to prevail if it wasn't for the freaking profit of the war. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Because the Tyranid threat, even if, let's say, they kill out all the Tyranids there, the Tyranids are surrounding the galaxy. Like, they'll just come from a different side.
Yeah. And then last question comes from, I have one from Phil. Phil's Life in Gaming. What are your favorite models to paint?
So recently I've been painting Primaris Marines, and I think my favorite are the Gravis. Because like they're bigger, they're bulkier, it's easier to get into like the details, the recesses, and I just like the look of Gravis in general, so I just have a good time.
Yeah. I think it's always changing for me. Sometimes I like infantry, sometimes I like big things, but I think I've noticed that painting horde army stuff is really like entertaining. It kind of lets me shut my brain off and just keep painting. I was looking at my because I have Tyranids now, or I've had Tyranids for a really long time, but I wanted to do Termagants. I wanted to paint the Termagants because I can seriously just like shut my brain off and paint 20 model or the carapace of 20 models and then just keep going. Because sometimes I get too into my head if I'm doing a special character, and then I like don't want to do it because I want to look up painting techniques, and then I leave it, and then I'd never get back to it. Recently, I painted a shit ton of dreadnoughts. I did not like that. I don't like painting large surfaces. The weathering is a lot of fun. I do like the weathering of that, but like it's almost like liking highlighting. It's a step at the very end. In the beginning, you're just kind of like, oh, this. I can see the freaking paintbrush streaks as I paint this on this panel. It's annoying.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm scared of, because the next thing I have on my plate is the lion. And obviously that's going to be a centerpiece model, so I want it to look good. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed it comes out at least somewhat decent.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and good luck on the giveaways. Yeah. Oh, the winner is going to be announced in one video instead of doing it per video. We learned that from One Mind Syndicate. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Good luck. Thank you for supporting us. And as always, this is a thank you from us to you. So keep on watching, commenting, subscribing. And as always, it's been the Sound Alchemist here with
Gershwin.
And we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.